Good morning. Am I audible? Can you see me? Kindly drop a message so that we can start our session. Dear students, you just have today and tomorrow very crucial before your board examination English core. So I thought we can have some quick discussion of important topics in the textbook Vistas. Later today or maybe tomorrow early morning, I would like to cover important topics from Flamingo as well. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Okay. Do drop a message if you're able to hear me so that I can continue with the important topics from Vistas. Okay, morning. Sri Kala, morning. Just waiting for a few minutes more for more to join. So by that time, you keep your textbook Vistas ready and a notebook for taking down these important areas. I don't want to say important questions because that would again limit the whole concept. Important topics, I would say, and any type of question could be asked from those areas in the textbook. Coming to the textbook, we can start now. Vistas, the lessons prescribed are third level, Tiger King, Journey to the End of the Earth, The Enemy, On the Face of It, Memories of Childhood. I repeat, third level, Tiger King, Journey to the End of the Earth, Enemy, On the Face of It, Memories of Childhood. 6 lessons from your Vistas textbook. In that, if we start with third level, these are the important topics you should be prepared with. See, all of you should be reading the lesson, the text in detail. Let me make that point clear at the very outset. I'm going to share some important topics. Doesn't mean that these are the only things you should read and go for the examination. Okay, these are things you can use for revision. In case you have missed something in the lesson, you can cross-check with these topics which I'm giving you. Otherwise, you need to have a clear and detailed reading of each and every lesson. Underline important points. You can note down certain areas in the textbook which are very, very important, especially for memorizing certain lines and things like that. Okay, so starting with the third level, the first thing that you should remember is what made Charlie go to a psychiatrist? What made Charlie go to a psychiatrist? Second, what is the reply given by the psychiatrist Sam to Charlie, especially about modern world and the insecurities of man? You will find it in the very first page, paragraph on the very first page, of the lesson, the third level. Next important point, the sights seen by Charlie on first, second, and third level. Mainly third level. But you should also know what is there on first and second level. Third level, what are the sights seen by Charlie? Please make a list of things he saw in serial number order. Prepare this, memorize this. Do not try to experiment with, imagining, assuming points, and writing. So, sights seen by Charlie on third level. The next important area is what happens to Charlie after he comes out from third level. There is a period in the lesson where he keeps searching for it but he is unable to find it. Then what does he do? That part is important. Next, stamp collection of Charlie's grandfather. Stamp collection of Charlie's grandfather. This includes first day covers. What are first day covers? That question also can be asked. Towards the end of the lesson, another major area usually asked for a short answer or MCQ type of questions is description of Galesburg. Description of Galesburg is a very important area which you can find towards the end of the chapter, the third level. Next is the lesson. The question that you can expect is, what is the significance of the letter at the end of the lesson? What do you conclude about the letter, which is signed as by Sam, written to Charlie? That is where a lot of debate goes on, and whether third level is real or not. These types of beyond the text interpretation questions could also be asked. Coming to the next lesson, that is Tiger King. First important thing is, how can you prove that the lesson Tiger King is a political satire? How do you prove that it's a political satire? Please prepare 4 important points. For these reasons, the lesson Tiger King or the story Tiger King is a political critique or a political satire. It is a criticism of political and social issues. Please prepare 4 important points and explain each one with examples from the lesson Tiger King. Next is the predictions made by astrologer in the childhood of Tiger King. Predictions made by the astrologer in the childhood of Tiger King. Here, there could be a confusion because there are 3 different stages to it. The first prediction is when the baby is born and the astrologer comes and says that this baby would die someday. And that's a very funny thing, and this everybody laughs about it. Then comes the second part of the prediction. What will happen when the Tiger King asks the astrologer, you are telling that a baby would die someday. That's everybody knows that. Can you tell me the manner of death? The second part of the prediction comes here. Then the astrologer says, The Tiger King is born in the hour of the bull. Bull and tiger are enemies, so he would be killed by a tiger. The next part of it is after the child grows up and kills the first tiger, he calls the astrologer and asks, "Now what do you say?" Then comes the third major prediction in the lesson. That is, you may kill 99 tigers, but be careful with the 100th one. I hope it's clear. First is as soon as the child is born. Second, when he says he would be killed by a tiger. Third one is he would be killed by the 100th tiger. These three stages of the prediction you should learn. Next important point in Tiger King is the tiger hunt undertaken by the king. Difficulties and setbacks faced by him during the tiger hunt. There are lots of points given in the text. As it is, you can prepare and learn. The English upbringing of Tiger King. He used to drink English cow's milk, watch English movies like that. There is a paragraph. Learn that. The next one is extinction of tigers in Pratibandhapuram. There are lots of points related to that. Then comes another major episode in the whole story, the diamond ring episode. You can note it down like that. Diamond ring episode. What happens there when a British officer wants to hunt tigers and Tiger King refuses to give permission, and how he settles the whole deal later by ordering 50 diamond rings. And it's a very funny but a major episode in the chapter Tiger King. The next part is the marriage of Tiger King and Devon and Tiger King conversation. Devon and Tiger King conversation. That's a very funny and humorous part of the story. Next is Devon's tiger, which he got from Madras. Then comes tiger, the 100th tiger. Tiger King's search for the 100th tiger and what happens in the forest. Here, you need to learn one more subtopic there, that is how Tiger King misused his power while he was unable to find the 100th tiger. You will find points like he increased the tax, many people lost their jobs. There are few points given. Learn them. Then we come to what he does after he finds the 100th tiger. What does he do for the villagers? Another area of importance is dramatic irony in the story Tiger King. You will also find this particular word, term used in the questions given at the end of the lesson. Dramatic irony. That is, one of the examples is when Tiger King shoots the 100th tiger, but it is not dead. This thing is known only to the villagers, but the Tiger King has come to the conclusion that the tiger is dead, 100th tiger. This situation is called a dramatic irony. Then the last part of the lesson where how Tiger King celebrated his son's birthday and the wooden tiger which he gifted his son, how it could turn fatal. That's what comes at the end of the lesson, Tiger King. Okay. Next lesson we come to is Journey to the End of the Earth. A lesson with lots of significance in the present world. This lesson may appear to be a little dry for many students because it carries nothing but points. It's a highly concentrated uh, lesson where it does not deviate anywhere from the main topics. So, Journey to the End of the Earth. Good morning, good morning. I'm happy to see more students joining now. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Morning, Kunal. I have already covered third level, Tiger King. Now I'm discussing Journey to the End of the Earth. Please don't worry. Again, today, late in the evening, once again, I would be coming live to have a revision of both the textbooks, especially literature lessons. So you can read the lessons whole day and keep your doubts and points and questions ready. We can have an interaction. Again, you have tomorrow whole day for improving all those areas where you have doubts. Okay, so let us make the best of this 2 days time so that on the day of examination you are tension free. Okay, so Journey to the End of the Earth, the first thing you should remember is Tishani Doshi. Please collect some info about Tishani Doshi. Second, what is that mission to Antarctica? Students on Ice program. And that lesson, if you read, you don't have to look for points anywhere else because the lesson covers everything in clear scientific, uh, way, leading from one point to another. So, students on ice program. It's a major topic in the lesson Journey to the End of the Earth. Collect points from the lesson. Who started it? Why they choose youngsters for this particular mission? There is a reason because youngsters have that energy, that enthusiasm. They are at an age where they can absorb, register information, and also use them in their day to day life. They can translate ideas into reality. Okay, these value points must be there. See, when you answer questions in literature section, whether it is a short answer or long answer, dear children, please understand your value points that you use in the answers, they are going to make all the difference. The expected value points, if they are missing, then there is no point in writing any number of lines or pages on an answer. Okay, so Journey to the End of the Earth. Back to students on ice program. The next is, how is the weather condition in Antarctica? How is it reflecting the activities of humanity all over the world? The global activities, how you can find the impact of all that in Antarctica. So phytoplanktons, all those examples are given in the text. Human activities, how they have an impact on our planet. How can we see that in Antarctica according to Tishani Doshi? Next important topic in Journey to the End of the Earth is, I'm repeating the name of the lesson because in between some students are joining, they should know which lesson we are discussing. Okay. So the next topic is the history of continents. Please make a note of this. You will find that part in the lesson starting with Gondwana, the splitting of continents, etc. Read that part. It is purely geographical facts. Make a list of those points and learn. how the history of continents is discussed in the lesson Journey to the End of the Earth. Major topic is coming up in Journey to the End of the Earth. How can Antarctica teach us about the past, present, and future of our planet? In fact, this carries everything about the whole lesson. What can we learn about the past, present, and future of our planet from Antarctica? Okay, with these points, Journey to the End of the Earth, we can, prepare, read the lesson, and collect these points also from the text based on the topics I have given. So we have now covered third level, Tiger King, Journey to the End of the Earth. 3 lessons we have completed now. Coming to the next one, that is the enemy. The lesson may be very lengthy, maybe running to some 15 to 20 pages, but that doesn't make it a difficult or hard or tough lesson. For examination, it's one of the easiest lessons, but you should have these long list of points ready or topics ready. In that, the first one, in between, I would like to have a few comments from those who are listening to me. Are you finding it useful? Are you able to hear me? Are you taking down the points? Yes, thank you. Oh, Francisa, thank you, thank you. Srikala Paliriti, thank you. Nikhil, thank you. Berusgar, thank you. Okay, so coming to the lesson, the enemy. First is character sketch of Dr. Sadao, Hannah, the American prisoner of war Tom, then the army general. 4 important character sketch. 5th one, the servants in the house, gardener and Yumi and all those. Those 5 important character sketch type points and questions you can be prepared with. Now coming to important topics. Sadao's childhood is one of the topics you should prepare. Second, Sadao's father and his dreams for his son. Sadao's father. You will find points scattered in the lesson also related to Sadao's father. There is one place in the text where it is mentioned that when Tom is given a room in the house, it is Sadao's father's room. That room has almost no furniture, he says. So that shows the typical, the traditional Japanese, outlook of Sadao's father. So like this, you need to collect points in that lesson where you will find them scattered all over. Okay, bring them under one heading. So Sadao's father and his dreams for his son. What kind of educational goals that he had for his son. And when it comes to Sadao's marriage, what did his father want Sadao to do? So these are points you can surely bring under Sadao's father. Sadao's father's character could be asked. I have a feeling that that could be asked in the examination. Because this is one area that most of them may not pay attention because they would be concentrating on the main characters only. So please do not overlook Sadao's father character. Next is Sadao's education in the US. Very important topic. Sadao's education in the US and meeting with Hannah. The professor's name is mentioned in the text and the dinner where he was invited. What was so annoying about it? how Sadao felt frustrated there, all those points you will find. And also about the professor, you will find the professor of anatomy. What is that philosophy that he taught Sadao and all students when it comes to surgery? You'll find that point later coming up in the textbook, where Sadao quotes his professor, American professor, and says that if you do surgery on a person without complete knowledge of the human anatomy or human body, then you are committing a crime. So that's a major point when you write about Sadao as a doctor or Sadao's education in the US. The next one is arrival of Tom and his background. It's an important area. Then on the seventh day, I think, or on the 17th day, just check that in the textbook. Can you correct me? I want your comments. Is it on the seventh day two things happened or on the 17th day? See the text. Two things happened. One is the servants leaving the house. Second is a messenger in official uniform coming to Sadao's house. Another important question from this lesson. Character sketch of all the servants in the house. Please prepare about each one, like gardener. There are a lot of specialities that you would find about these characters. Thank you, Francis. Yeah, seventh day, two things happened. Please prepare that in detail. Do not go with assumptions in literature. Dear students, literature is your marks bank. Score full marks there. Keep the target 40 at any cost. I would get in literature. Worst case, let's say you lose half mark or one here and there. But even then, you're scoring maximum in literature. You don't have an excuse because you have a textbook which you have been studying for the whole year. Right? Only you need to do this as what we are discussing now. Prepare this kind of mind map for every lesson. Topics like this. Collect points from it. Value points are ready, then you are the winner. Let's continue with the enemy again. Servant leaving home and arrival of a messenger. Correct, Mohit? Yeah, you're right. Then Sadao's and Hannah's treatment of Tom after the servants leave. How they treat and take care of Tom. That's an important area in the lesson. Next comes Sadao's relationship with the army general. What is that bond that connects them? And why Sadao was not sent to war? What is the reason? There are two reasons given in the textbook. Find out and tell me. Why Sadao was not sent to war? Why did the general want Sadao to be there? Check the text and find the value points for this. There are two reasons, two main reasons. He was the most brilliant and important doctor in Japan. Excellent. First point. One value point I got. I want one more value point. Another major value point. Why Sadao was not sent? Francis says, exactly, Francis. Very good. To treat the army general for surgery. Okay. Very good. Can we go a little more specific on those points? General was suffering from heart disease or check it in the textbook. I don't want to spoon feed. I want you to go in search for these points in the textbook. If I'm giving all these points here, then it becomes very dull. I'm just giving you I'm kindling your interest. What is the physical ailment or health issue the army general was suffering from? Find out. Okay, so this is one important area. Then comes another topic. General Takima, how he treated his wife at home. Important question. How did General Takima treat his wife at home? And why does this reference come in the story? Or where does it come? That's also important. It comes up in the lesson when Hannah thinks about it after reading news reports. Read that part carefully, dear students. What is its connection? Why does Hannah think about General Takima's ill treatment of his wife? On what context? And what message does it convey? Next part of the lesson is the general sending the private assassins to Sadao's house. Namaste, Radhe Radhe. The private assassins, did they actually come to Sadao's house? Can you tell me? Did the general send the private assassins? And how many nights did Sadao wait for them? Count, read the text and find out. Yeah, correct, Francesa. They were not sent by the general to the house of Sadao. Why? That's also important. That answer you would find towards the end of the lesson. 2 nights, very good. 2 nights Sadao waited for the assassins. Cross check with the textbook, okay? Please check with the textbook. The whole day you have to prepare based on these points. So I'm just leaving you with all these kinds of, what you can say, some lead I'm giving you. These are the areas you should search for in the text. So how many nights he waited and why they were not sent by the general. That's a crucial point which comes up later in the textbook. And what does it show about the army general? Okay. And that's where the whole lesson's title, message and theme gets importance. Now coming to the last part of the lesson. How did Sadao help Tom escape? Make a note of this very interesting and important question. How did Sadao help Tom escape? What are the preparations made by Sadao for him? There is a long list of points given in the textbook. Make a list of them instead of just reading line by line paragraphs. Make points and keep ready the value points. Okay, this is the way you're going to study. And then comes the last part of the lessons, Tom escaping to the island. What happens to Tom on the island? That could also be asked for an MCQ question, or it is for a short answer. Okay. Then the final or the ending part of the lesson, that is where Sadao and army general have a discussion about what happened. One more thing is the servants returning to Sadao's house after Tom's escape. Do you find a change in them? What happens after they return to Sadao's house? These are the important areas that you can work on in the lesson, The Enemy. Now, questions that you can expect from there is how sympathy or empathy, concern for our fellow human beings goes beyond everything, all kinds of discrimination. Okay, they become insignificant when it comes to caring for humanity. Okay, beta. Saksham Trivedi. Yeah. Please tell about On the Face of It chapter. Okay, that's what we are going to do next. So, all the students who are here, please share your questions and your feedback as the live is on. It will help me, make it more customized. In case you are finding it useful, please mention it. If you find certain things are missing in the talk here, please suggest it. So I would focus on that also. So a quick recap. I started with third level, gave all the important areas and topics. Then I discussed the Tiger King, Journey to the End of the Earth, The Enemy. 4 lessons we have covered now. Coming to the last two lessons in Vistas. We have two more lessons prescribed on the face of it, which is a drama, a play. In fact, it's the only play in both the textbooks prescribed for you. Okay. And then last lesson from Vistas is memories of childhood. So two lessons are remaining now. Sangeeta, is it important to remember the names of the author of the chapter? Excellent question. Is it important to remember the name of the author for each chapter? You should. I would strongly recommend by heart the names of all the authors, including the poets in Flamingo. Because at times questions could be asked with, oh, Siddharth, that is Siddharth. Okay, Siddharth. Okay, good question. Siddharth Prabhu. Yeah. So the question is, why should we learn the names of the authors? If anybody wants to ask this question, the answer is, see, questions in your literature section could be asked at times with reference to the name of the author. For example, what do you learn about the futility of war in Pearl S. Buck's story? If a question like this comes, some of the students may not know which writer is Pearl S. Buck and which is the story written by Pearl S. Buck. Susan Hill, which lesson? On the face of it. Third level, who is a writer? Can anybody tell me quickly without seeing textbook? Third level, who is a writer? Jack Finney. Jack Finney. Good, good. Jack Finney. Okay. Enemy? Enemy, who is the writer? Just now I mentioned. What about Kalki? Which is a lesson prescribed for us, written by Kalki? Yeah, enemy is Pearl S. Buck. Very good. Kalki, which story is prescribed for us, written by Kalki? Tiger King. Very good. Tiger King. Okay. So this will save you from a whole lot of trouble, especially a long answer question is given. Pearl S. Buck, or you are asked to compare the two stories, maybe on the face of it with Lost Spring. Okay, like this kind of comparisons. Cross-textual questions also can come in your long answers. Be prepared. So coming to on the face of it. On the face of it, we have got three characters. Can you tell me who are the three characters in on the face of it? Do all of you know? One is the main character in whose garden the whole story takes place. Yeah, Mr. Lamb. Children call him Lamey Lamb. Mr. Lamb. Who is the other character? Derry. Very good. Derry, then Mr. Lamb, mother of Derry. That's it, Francis, you said it. Mother of Derry is the third important character. Though it's a very short scene in the play where she appears, she has got a lot of significance. Yes, correct, Darian. She has got a lot of significance in the activities, in the theme, in the message of the play on the face of it. Before we start on the face of it discussion, dear students, please learn the meaning of the title on the face of it. Today, when I come on live again evening, I would be asking you these topics. So be ready with the value points. Why is it titled on the face of it? If anybody has got a good point, you can start commenting now also. So I can at least correct if you are making a mistake there. Okay. So Derry comes to Lamb's garden. Lamb lives alone in a garden. He loves reading. He loves taking care of honey bees and birds and insects and all that. He is a person who loves nature and children. Even though he lives alone, he loves humanity. He is a very empathetic person. Okay, so you can get questions based on character sketch of Mr. Lamb, character sketch of Derry, character sketch of Derry's mother. Even though her role is very short in the play, her character sketch could be asked for a 2 marks question also. Short answer question also they can ask. For example, give two traits of Derry's mother's character, or what role does Derry's mother play in the story or in the play on the face of it. Okay. And Derry comes to Lamb's garden. Derry's one half of his face has been um, spoiled or damaged or disfigured by acid attack. Lamb is a person who has lost one of his legs in war. So they start a conversation. Derry comes to the garden with a very pessimistic attitude. Pessimistic means not very optimistic, not positive attitude, because he has a reason for it. He keeps a very negative attitude towards people, or he's prejudiced against people and the world because people have always treated him bad. Can you find out examples from the play? At least two occasions where Derry was ill treated by others. Very important question. Can you give me two important value points? How Derry was ill treated by people around. So there is a reason. That's why he keeps this prejudice against people. I want you to search for that. And Derry keeps saying, it hurt me a lot, he says. So when he starts discussing this with Lamb, that he doesn't like the people around, people are very cruel and harsh and unkind, etc. For every negative response or thought shared by Derry, Lamb gives a positive reply. So it comes to a stage where Derry realizes that this man is not faking it. He is truly a positive person. And that's the moment where Derry gets inspired by Lamb. If you read The Rat Trap, same kind of a situation comes. Let us see if there is a possibility for a comparative question in the examination. How do you compare Derry and the Rat Trap seller? How do you compare Mr. Lamb and Edla Wilmanson? That could be an interesting question for long answer. How Lamb transformed the life of Derry, how Edla transformed the life of Rat Trap seller. Derry has been ill-treated by society on many occasions. Rat Trap seller has been treated like that because it's mentioned at the very first part of the lesson itself that the world has never been kind to him. So it gave him unwanted joy to think bad of the world. Rat Trap, if you read that, you will find. So how Edla, a woman, transformed Rat Trap seller. How Lamb transformed Derry. This kind of questions could also be asked. So you should have an overall view of the lessons, the underlying comparisons in lessons. I would advise you today, when you finish all these value points and work, please make a list of these kinds of possible comparisons and contrasts. Can you do that? Tell me yes or no there. Did you find this idea interesting? Come on. Yes, Siddharth. Yes. Good. But still, my question is unanswered. I asked you a question, you remember? What is the question I asked? Give me two examples. Hi, Ravi. Two examples where you can show how Derry was ill-treated by others. Nobody has answered that question. Very sad. क्या करें? Keep searching, keep searching. So Derry's conversation with the lamb comes to a point where Derry gets inspired by him, and his negative or prejudice against the world gets transformed into something positive. If you take most of the lessons in our Vistas or Flamingo, you will find this kind of a transformation happening in characters. Okay, like the last lesson, how little Franz is in the beginning, how his attitude gets changed by the teacher and the social happenings. How there is a transformation in William Douglas in Deep Water. How there is a transformation in Rat Trap Seller in Rat Trap. Okay, this kind of a thing you will find in most of the lessons. This thought came to my mind. I thought of sharing this. Yes, Nikhil has got an answer to the question I had dropped in between. Yes, Nikhil, that's a beautiful response from you. When two ladies were talking about Derry, that only a mother would love such a face. Excellent. That's one of the important value points. Thank you, Nikhil. Well done. Why Derry kept this kind of a prejudice? One of the reasons is given. Hridya has also said that. Very good. Correct. She has exactly quoted it. A woman told Derry that that's a phase only a mother could love. Good morning, Papu. Yeah, good morning. Hridya. Tell me one more reason there. Okay, keep searching. Please, dear students, you may have a general idea of a lesson or a story, but that is not enough for you to score good marks in literature section. Let me remind you and caution you. If you are going to the examination with this kind of thing, I know the story, I'm going to write it. No. You should have this kind of specific reading of the textbook. That's why this session. Okay. I got up very early for all of you. Okay, I couldn't sleep, till you write your board exam. It's going to bother me, how my children are preparing, what kind of difficulties they are going through. Okay. Yes, sir. I think we have here two women talking about him. Nobody kisses him except his mother. Excellent. People downstairs would doubt on his disabilities. Excellent. That's the second point. All of you can, I think, read that in the comment section there. That his own parents were talking about Derry. Downstairs, he heard them speaking about what future this boy would have. That kind of an occasion you will find in the text situation. Please check that. I want all of you to read that part in the text, highlight it, and see exactly what is written in the text. Okay? Excellent. And then what happens in the lesson? Summary is also going on same time. Okay. Derry gets inspired and he tells Lamb, I would go home, take my mom's permission and come back. He goes home. His mother restricts him from meeting Lamb. Why? Can you find points for that? Why did Derry's mother stop Derry going to Lamb's garden? And how long have they been living in that place? Derry and his mother. Yes. But the same poem will not repeat. It means I have to do 7 poem only. Sir, if one poem is to ask in exam, but the same poem will not repeat. I am correct, sir. Can you make that question clear, Pappu? It is Pappu, yeah. Can you make that question clear, please? So that I can answer that. If one poem is asked in exam, what is the exact worry that you have, please, huh? Okay. So we have that scene where his mother stops him from going to Lamb. Please find out the reason. And then the last scene where Derry returns to the Lamb's garden, but finds Lamb dead. That's where the lesson on the face of it ends. Okay. Now we come to the last chapter in Vistas, Memories of Childhood. Very easy for examination and a very significant lesson when we need to understand social, cultural, class and caste discriminations and divisions in society. Okay. The first one is by a Native American, Zit Kalasa. Please read about the bio sketch of the writer given in the text. Do not skip that part. Don't go straight into the lesson, especially when it comes to this particular lesson, Memories of Childhood. There is a mention of the Indian school where she was taught or she studied. Find out which is that. And what is her actual name? An MCQ question could be asked. What is, or Zitkalasa is the pen name of dash. A few options could be given. Can anyone tell me what is the actual name of Zitkalasa in between? Okay, so that is first part where she goes to that school. Her hair is cut by force, and this is the most humiliating experience she has in that school. And what is the significance of long hair for Native Americans? Please learn this part also. There are points given in the text. What is the significance of long hair? Or what does it mean for culturally for Native Americans if a person has their hair cut? Yes, Berosgar, Haryana. I think it is Gertrude Simmons, born in Carlisle Indian School. Yes, excellent. Royal. Gertrude Simmons. Nikhil, previous question answer, because she has heard negative things about Mr. Lamb from others. Despite Derry's insistence, she remains concerned for his safety and well-being. Superb, dear. Excellent, Nikhil. That answer is correct. When I asked that question to you, why did Derry's mother stop him from going to the garden? The answer has been given here by Nikhil. Very good. The second story in Memories of Childhood is, thank you, is We Too Are Human Beings, Bama. Very easy lesson for examination. Learn it like this. Sights seen by Bama from school on the way back home. Make a list of it. Given clearly in the textbook. Make a long list of those sights seen by her. Second important area, the elderly person's episode in the lesson. What happened when Bama saw an elderly person carrying some fried stuff? And what is the significance of that episode in the lesson? In fact, the whole story is around that particular incident or episode. Third important area is Bama's Annan's experience in the village. Bama's Annan's experience of caste discrimination in the village. There is a very special and separate episode mentioned in the textbook. Find out what are the points to be included there. Coming to the last part of the lesson, Memories of Childhood, We Too Are Human Beings. Bama's questions to her Annan or elder brother, and her elder brother or Annan, in Tamil it's called Annan. Her Annan's advice to Bama. What is the cure or remedy for caste discrimination? What is his reply and advice? Major topic in We Too Are Human Beings. Okay, so this is how you need to approach Vistas textbook. So we have done a quick run through all the chapters. I can't even say quick, in detail I should say. And comparative and contrastive analysis of Zitkalasa and Bama could also be asked in the examination. I mean the social and political context, their life experiences, etc. Okay, and common factors are both are childhood experiences, both are unpleasant experiences, both of them are women. Okay, they come from marginalized sections of society. These are all the common points. So spend today from this time, now it's 7:30. We started at 6:30. In fact, I was ready from 5:30, but I knew that some of you would not be up by 5:30. So I kept the live for 6:30. So 1 hour we have completed now. It's 55 minutes, 50 seconds now that we have covered. So today, starting from maybe in half an hour time, you start studying for today. Please complete Vistas by afternoon. And in the post lunch session, you keep reading Flamingo. Keep your points and questions ready. Evening, when I again interact with you, let us have discussion on Flamingo lessons. And tomorrow we can have a total discussion of both the textbooks, some questions and uh, difficulties that you may face. Okay. And I don't want to keep any session tomorrow evening because day after is your examination. I don't want to give you stress or anxiety on the previous day of evening of the examination. Okay, dear students, and thank you everyone for joining. I think Pappu has asked, in board exam there is 8 out of 1 poem asked for appreciation. Same poem will not repeat if I have possible 7 out of. Yeah, how many poems we have prescribed in Flamingo? My Mother at 66, then Keeping Quiet, A Thing of Beauty, Roadside Stand, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. 5 poems are prescribed. Okay. You can't say that, suppose My Mother at 66 is asked for extract question. Don't think that no questions will be asked for short answer from that poem. No, nothing like that. It could be repeated in even a long answer they can ask the same poem related questions. Okay, hope that doubt is clear. Thank you everyone once again for joining. I hope the session has been useful. Please post your comments here. You can also check all the important materials available on my YouTube channel related to Flamingo and Vistas lessons on on my contact number also. Many of you have it. You can post your doubts and questions today and make the best of the time that we have. Okay. Once again, good morning and have a great, fruitful, creative, hardworking day. And remember, be cool and happy and cheerful. My love to your parents, regards to your teachers, and my love to all my dear, dear, dear students. You all are in my heart here. Okay? Thank you. Have a great day.